This Strat-O-Matic tutorial we'll be talking about the defense, and we'll be introducing you to the defensive cards. And looking at the dice, the black dice D represents pass rush if the offense does a short or long pass. For the white dice, 4, 5, or 6, we refer to the defensive cards, and then the red dice, the total will determine the results. And looking at the choices for the play selector, the defense will choose either a run defense or a pass defense. They can also key on running backs or double team receivers, but we'll talk about that in another video. In this video, we're going to use the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. This is their defensive starting lineup. They have ratings. The defensive line and the linebackers have run defense ratings, and the linebackers and defensive backs have pass defense ratings. Also, the defensive line and linebackers have pass rush ratings, and this will come in use when the D comes up and they will be facing the offensive lineman matchups. The defensive ratings, the run and the pass, are rated from 0 to 6, 6 being the highest, and this is similar to the offensive lineman ratings. The pass rush ratings, though, range from 0 to 12, 12 being the highest. In some of the ratings with the linebackers and the defensive backs, they have 2 ratings. The first rating would be for the pass defense, and the second rating would be for the run defense. When we set up the board with the defensive players, we'll be using the first number for the pass defense. Okay, let's set up some of these defensive players. Left end, nose tackle. Right end, Jalen Carter, he's a 5. Left outside linebacker, Josh Sweat's a 4, but he has a 12 pass rush. Then we'll put the 2 inside linebackers in. And the Eagles have a great secondary, all 5s and 6s. Quentin Mitchell's a left cornerback, 5, covering the flanker. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's a 6, strong safety, covering the tight end. Darius Slay's a right cornerback, 5. And Reed Blankenship, free safety, is a 5. Excellent secondary. Okay, and now we'll go over the team defensive cards. These are referred to when the white dice is 4, 5, or 6. As we could see, the more linebackers or men in the zone, the greater the success for the defense. Also, for the offensive run block and defensive ratings, this comes into play on the defensive cards. The ratings are between 0 to 6. To see if the defense makes a play, the rating must equal or exceed the white die number 4, 5, or 6. Similarly, for the offensive line to make the run block, the rating also must equal or exceed the white die number 4, 5, or 6. All right, let's do an example here. Let's say the offense decides to do a line buck, and there are 0 linebackers. They roll a 5. It's asking now for the defensive nose tackle rating, which is a 4 for Jordan Davis. If the white dice was a 4, he'd make the play at result of a 0 gain. If the white dice was a 5 or 6, the defense would give up 5 yards. Blitzing linebackers may require the linebackers ratings. For the end run, they're looking for the defensive end ratings, and linebackers if they are blitzing. The offensive line run block ratings are also on the defensive cards. If their rating equals or exceeds the white die, the better yardage is the result. Okay, let's give an example. Let's say that the offense decides to run an end run on the weak side and a 10 is rolled. The left end's blocking rating is only a 0. So he fails to make the block, and offense would gain just 3 yards. For a flat pass, if the linebacker stays in his zone and the 7 is rolled, they'll ask for the linebacker rating. If he makes the play, it'll be incomplete. However, if he doesn't make the play, a short gain will result. For short pass and long pass, they'll also look for the defender rating, and then you're going to look to see who's the defender of the receiver. For example, the split end is covered by the right cornerback, and you will use his rating. When it says defensive back in zone, usually that refers to the free safety's rating. So he could either allow a 27-yard gain on 1-man 9, or make the play and it'll be an incomplete pass. There's a lot of strategy here. Is the offense going to run following a stronger offensive lineman, or are they going to run against a weaker defensive lineman? In passing situations, are you going to look for your more reliable receiver, or pick on a weak defensive back? And on defense, will you move players to cover a weak spot, but may place vulnerabilities in other spots? This is like a chess game. On the next video, we're going to talk specifically on defensive movements. Hope to see you then.